Here, got the bricks off already. Moving on to the next step and finishing up with the last of things like tape that we used to help hold it all together when we were carrying it. There it is, and one of the amazing things about it, this is incredibly light. It's one of the first things you'll really notice. Hopefully this thing isn't lopsided, but we'll find out. We have ways of checking that. What we got coming up now is we're going to figure out where the hatches will go, and this is going to set the length of our bow and stern compartments. So just a regular old 5-gallon bucket. This one happens to be the one I keep my camping shower set up in. And basically you're going to put it right there at the bottom of the boat, just like I'm showing you. And then you're going to slide it forward until it hits, just like that. It stopped. That is where you want the forward hatch location. So then the next thing you have to do after that, you notice I actually made a mark there. I'm wondering if that's where I wanted the forward bulkhead, but it doesn't really matter because basically we're going to measure back 2 inches and we're going to mark that is the forward bulkhead location. And 2 inches, of course, because the foam is 2 inches thick and it's going to be a vertical piece that's going to come up like this. And so everything forward of this will be sealed in, and there'll be a hatch right here, which is exactly one of these Gamma seal lids, just like this one. And then we're going to do the same thing on the stern. And once again, take your bucket, slide it back. Oh, got a nice long cockpit here. I was planning on the half bulkhead being over here, but if we do it according to the formula that I come up with, because of the way the stern flares, that bucket will be back here, and we'll have a nice amount of room behind for exterior stuff. And you can play with this. I do this because I found that the enclosed space is not as useful for me as the open space. And a lot of people seem to agree with that. I like to have some space to tuck away my lunch and drinks, and really, unless you're like a camper or somebody's going to be in open water, you don't need a lot of it enclosed. So then we get it set there, measure in here, make our line 2 inches. Just so I know that that is where that bulkhead is going to go. And now we move on to the next thing. I'm going to take care of that ugly bow, because obviously a kayak should have a nice pointy one, not this ugly flat thing. First thing we'll do is just simply cut away this stuff here. Now I can do it with a saw, I can do it with the rasp, obviously the shore form. Obviously that's going to take a while. I like to use flush cut saw. Notice how quickly that went. It's a lot easier to do it that way. You can finish off squaring it up. Now we have a surface that we can glue other pieces on to make a nice pointy bow, which won't be too hard.